Right. Excuse me, fella batch. Right. Let's go to your channel. FI practice. Right. Save the playlist. Live stream. Done. And click end it. The same routine as always. Can I hear? Yes, he's clicking into something. Oh, right. First things first, let's see what time of day this racing Wednesday's at. Boom. There it is. And the time of day is what? Oscar, hello Mr. Hunter. How's you, sir? Nice to see you. Right, it's 9:30. Where are we? Brazil. 9:30 with a bit of sunny weather. And the required is the hard tires. I think that's all we need. I'll have a quick check, make sure that is all required. Tire requirement none, so it must only be hard tires. Yes, only hard tires available. Bum 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 bum. Right, lobby. Create room. Load. Nations practice. Load that up. Nope.
He's putting his mask on. He must look at his mask.
Because it's manufacturer practice. FA practice really don't have one. It says manufacturer practice. That's alright. FA practice will do. Fixed room. BB. Right. We're at Brazil. Mr. Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. We'll get that added. Don't be panicking, sir. We shall add that. We usually do that stuff at the end of the stream.
It's not keep pressing really fast. Oh yeah, the rain.
Where there we are. Interlargos. 15 laps. The time was 9:30. Sunny.
Yeah,
15 laps. It's bound to be a rolling start. Has to be a rolling start. I haven't wrote it down, but all of them are usually rolling starts. Fastest first, boost off, slipstream rail, all that should be alright. Right, tower. Times 8 and 5. 8 and 5. Real 5 minutes, fuel turned off, and it is group 4. Only the hard tires allowed, and that is all I need to know. I think tuning will be prohibited, surely. Right, let's save that over the top of you, overwrite, yes, okay, and create the room. We'll see if we can get anybody in. Baby, when I met you there was peace unknown. And we're just chilling out, Jessie's up in the background. I think she's playing with JJ, or JJ has joined her in her horsey game. Yeah, JJ joins and murders and keeps killing her. And he's killing all her friends and everything. It's a shotgun situation, Reggie. Right. And that must be us right there with a wee yellow mark on it. Oscar's in the house. Hello, Oscar. Hard tires, hard tires. We've got that brake balance right back to 5 at the minute, right? We'll start in the middle and see what way the tires are going. Bit of volume in the air. Oh my goodness. That's driving those SF cars. It's a big change going back to these. Take me a wee while to get back into this car. My goodness, just like playing a brand new game. S&J, hello mate. Nice to see you. How's you? Thanks for hopping in, mate. Trying to get the feel of these bloody cars again after driving those SF cars. It's like playing a brand new game. I've been having a wee go at that new motocross game as well, I have to say. At the moment, like we'll stick with it and we'll give it another go, but it's an awful game for myself at the moment. I feel sorry for anybody growing up now and playing these motocross games that's available now. They don't feel nice to play at all. Right, and we are getting more tower on the front, so let's go 2 to the rear and we'll check it from there. A lot of problems with this motocross game as well. I've actually asked PlayStation, believe it or not, for a refund. I'm not really worried if I don't get a refund, like, because I'll hopefully get to play with some old friends and stuff on it, even though I don't like it. But it seems to be having a problem running on the PlayStation 4. Keeps on like going into slow motion whenever you're playing it, a whole lot. Like sometimes you do a whole race in slow motion. I think that must be because of the frame rate or something is dropping, and the PlayStation 4 isn't able to handle it. I just well jumped into this, you know. I was going to do a stream of the motocross game, and I thought to myself, no, I haven't had any practice in this. I know the track, you see, but I'm glad I haven't just turned up on the FIA day to do this one, because we've forgotten how to drive the damn car. Alright, Jamie, how's you? What about yourself, Jamie? Have you got the new motocross game? Have you tried it or anything yet? I was told it was coming out in January. I just happened to be on the PlayStation store there the other night, and I seen it there advertised. And had myself. Oh, we go out. We've played it for 2 or 3 hours. I played it on the first night as well. The junior. But he didn't like it here. Straight away, the fuck feels terrible. It does not feel like you're in control of the motorbike at all. And a lot of the sections in the tracks as well are fucking awful sections. No flow to them at all. I'm still on a standard bike. It's the first bike that the game gives you. Basically just trying to play through the career to get enough money and figure out how to buy all the Kawasaki's, and then I'll be happy. Don't care about any of the other bikes. I'm going to get myself the Kawasaki's there and get them all souped up to wherever they're meant to be and stuff. But yeah, not pleased with it at the moment. If PlayStation do offer me a refund, I think I will. I'll dive at that. I would almost rather pay the £8 a month and then I'm allowed to play all the old motocross games, because not only Reflex, Head and Shoulders better, Untamed and Unleashed as well, way more fun than any motocross games that are out right now at the moment. You haven't tried it, but you'll likely have a crack at it at some stage. I wouldn't even recommend it, Jamie. If it changed my mind, I will continue to keep on playing it, and if things improve with it, I'll let you know. But right now, if someone asked me, is that worth spending 45 quid on, I would be saying no, don't go near it. The last time I played an MXGP game was a couple of years ago now, and the feel of those bikes a couple of years ago were a lot better. Around the corners and all, fucking the bikes do this here weird fucking, they seem to have a wee bit of track link deformation that they've added in, but it isn't good track deformation. There's no ruts or berms, that build up, that are usable. at all in any way. There's basically only the ground just seems to lose a bit of grip, and when you're going round corners, when you're trying to put the throttle down, the bike does things that motorbikes don't do. There's sometimes the damn thing won't even turn in wee small tight corners, and motocross bikes, you could turn them like that in a circle. They're meant to turn really fast. So yeah, I would be staying clear of it at the moment, unless you've got money to burn when you're a wee bit curious. I was going to jump on the second account there, so as I could have a few rows of dailies if I wanted. But I am. We'll see. I'll get the feel of this here car and then decide what I want to do. Whether we'll hang about here, or maybe stick on the motocross game. I mean, just to let you show what I'm talking about, because it's very disappointing. I feel like I've wasted 45 quid that I don't really have to waste. Jerry is in the house. Hello, Jerry. Jerry, I didn't even see you sneaking in there. Nice to see you. Front tires are still going quicker than the rears. That's only 3 laps. Instead we're doing 15 laps, and it's only hard tires. I'll not see the fuel until we get one started. And that has went back there anyway. Right. That's why the tires have went the same way. Let's change that in the options, so we don't have to keep changing that. Right, we'll start off with 2. Bruno Trusses is in the house. Bruno, nice to see you again, mate. I think I've seen you before, Bruno. I remember that name. 93 libraries, 7 of them uploaded. still have my wee combs turned off. It takes me a lot longer to get up to speed with them off. Hello from Latvia. He uses a T150. Does Mr. Bruno. I'm gonna should have stick it back on for an eye so as I can see and take note of where they are. Cone marker. Let's get bullied again. Jeremy must be thinking of having a wee go at this round. Hello, Mr. Bruno. Nice to meet you, man. This is not far off of the 100 there. There's no hurry, don't worry, we can take time. Still seeing front tire, might have to go further to the rear. Slowly but surely coming. hopefully we'll get enough in to get one started. Just have a look and see what the field's doing. Alright Jerry, how's you mate? This is a circuit you enjoy, doesn't mean you're good at it though. Hope you're well. Yes I am Jerry. We've got a plumber calling at some point tomorrow, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to get on or not tomorrow, as until he's been and gone then we'll be able to get on. But if he doesn't call until late afternoon, then we'll be sitting all day kinda not able to start a stream, just in case he calls. Right, we'll hand out the thanks. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Boom, that's all is required at the moment. Let's go for a spectate as well. Mr. Cactus in front. Where's my just a Philly cigarette? Ugh. Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on, soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. Had a lot of fun in those on Saturday in those SF19 cars. I could drive those cars all day. Lovely cars to drive. There's no hurry, don't you worry, we can take our time. We'll put the pressure on Jerry. He says he likes this track. He did warn us that does not mean he's good at it. You can't be any worse, Jerry, than what I was doing there now, driving around it. Here. The cars after driving those SF19s, they feel like there's no brakes in them at all. There's no hurry, don't you worry, we can take our time. And I've got the wee bar sorted out with a sofa. I really missed my sofa from I got rid of the sofa and had like a wooden bench which flips over and turns into a bed. The wee man cave just hasn't felt the same. It's always kind of looked a bit messy or something, just with a bed down, or even whenever you tidied it up. We still had the mattress of the bed always standing up against the wall. We still do have it hanging up, sitting on top of the new sofa. But yeah, it's looking a wee bit tidier than what it has been. And the fact that I've got a wee sofa and I back in it, I said the sofa alone. It's only a wee two-seater leather one, but just the fact that it was there, I almost wasn't really worried about even getting on and playing, just because I was sitting chilling out on the sofa. And we got to watch a few movies last night on it as well. As you can see, there's Jesse up in the background as usual playing, but now instead of the bed, went down. We've just got a wee red sofa here. Say the mattress is still there, but we've got the blanket hanging over to kind of tidy it up a wee bit. The wee sofa's there, and there's a wee bench which flips over into the bed. It's usually in front. And it feels more like a wee man cave again, compared to what it was there for a lot of weeks, perhaps even a couple of months. It just kind of felt like it was untidy, and then the way the world is at the minute anyway, no friends, no family or anything calling around, so you kind of feel like, well, what does it matter anyway? Although it does matter just for your own sanity and your own feelings. Alright, a 39.7 to beat. Let's go out and see if we can find that pace. I think everyone will have to stop here for fuel. I think the fuel was ×4. It certainly wasn't ×1 or 2, so the fuel should be a factor in this one. Let's get out of Bruno's way in case he's on a lap. Bruno, we almost followed you off there. There's no hurry. Under 39s anyway. Oh, is it a 39.4? We should be in the 38s then. Once we start flowing, hopefully. Let's go all to the rear. The car was already set at all to the rear, so the last time I drove this car, well, we've had to drive it all to the rear. I'll just check and make sure I don't get any silly slide outs of the back end or what have you on the brakes. I didn't feel too bad though. Come closer. Stepped out a wee bit on us there. And another one in the house. Well, leave me alone, he says. The boogie's hot favourite. Do not leave anybody alone. Right there, Mr. Robbie. In the house. Another 39. We're getting there. There's no hurry. But you got the member list. Tells us what? Tells us that Robbie is coming to the office immediately. A plus. Yes. Very similar to ourselves. 11 libraries, of which 3 he thinks are just too damn sexy to keep to himself. And there you go. There's why. There they are. The first one's the nicest out of them. For myself, the Rizla one. Nice to meet you, Robbie. Oh. Alright, I think I'll throw out the thanks for joining me, everyone, with a 5 minutes, and we'll get one going. Yes, Robbie, nice to meet you too, sir. What was the fuel in this? ×5 fuel. They're definitely. It's going to be a one-stopper. Everyone's going to have to stop for fuel. We're on the Shallore tonight, in case you were wondering. Who was there out there to have a nosy at while I'm chilling? Robbie, let's put the pressure on Robbie. He's an A+ guy, he should be good in the Honda. I think Honda's a very good car for the corners as well, if you like those slidey cars. I don't like those slidey cars, but if you are good at driving them, they're not to be very good at the wee twisty bits. A 139 for the man to beat is the pace at the moment. Let's join him on a hot lap. His first hot lap of the day. Is he just gonna go bang? There's a fast I am. A 136. He's certainly trying, he's pushing for it straight away. He used the limits of the track around the first chicane there. Oh, wee bit of time lost, but still reasonable. Just should definitely, I would think, be in with a chance. Not sure how quick the Honda is in a straight line compared to the Dodge, but he certainly looks like he's hit the limits of the track better than I have. Oh. Missed the apex there. Did Mr. Robbie turn up that day, and in his very first outing set the pace. Oh, in the race that'll give you a penalty in the race. I'm thinking out that way. He didn't, well done, Robbie. Or no, did he? Just his fastest lap. What was that you done? A 39.5, and there was quite a few mistakes there from him as well. Callum, the Chaos Maker. Hello, Mr. Callum, the Chaos Maker. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you. Thanks for hopping on. Oh, you're not Robbo, are you? Or Robbie? Or a Bruno? Or Cactus? Are you in the room? You're doing great. Good to hear. Good to hear. No, not anymore. Not anymore. Retired. Not fit enough anymore, Colin, to do any motocross. I still play it now. I've just bought the new motocross game, although I don't like it. I think it's awful at the moment. The only good thing about it is that it's a bit hard. The reason it's a bit hard is because the bike handles shite around the corners. Sometimes it just does things motorbikes don't do, and other times it doesn't want to turn in a wee sharp corner, which makes it a bit hard. So it might end up that hardness makes it more enjoyable as I play it more, but in terms of just how the motorbike feels to play with on the game, it doesn't feel nice at all. You like my accent? Thank you very much, sir. We're from Belfast, Northern Ireland. The old Belfast accent. We'll stay on board with Robbie as he's stuck in a purple sector. Is he going to give us something to go out and beat? Oh, sorry, mate. Apologies. We're not long after a pile of food there and something to eat. His tiredness is kicking in. Is he still going to be purple? Oh, he's lost a bit of time there. He's still purple, but he's a 10th up. This'll maybe give us a bit of clue. He was 1.4, a 10th and a half up there. Give us a bit of an idea of if it's quicker than us in a straight line or not. Did he pull away or did he lose a bit of pace? He pulled away slightly. Maybe slightly better straight line speed than ourselves. Right, I'm going to start one, boys. Why not? I'd like to find out what the fuel and the strategy and stuff is. So I shall write. Starting soon. Attention please, attention please. Could all GR4 competitors, that's all GR4 competitors, make their way to track please. Qualifying will be commencing shortly. Thank you. No problem, Colin. Enjoy school, enjoy online school, sir. We'll see at a later point, hopefully. Nice to meet you, sir. There's no hurry, don't you worry. I see we can take our time. Come a little closer. I'm gonna start one here. Why that? You too, sir. You too, Colin. Enjoy yourself. And we'll catch you soon, hopefully. Right, let's see if we can start flowing at all, or see what the strategy is going to be for this one. Before we do it, I think it has to be a one-stopper. A simple one-stopper. And you'll probably change your tires during that stop as well. I'd like to keep him out of the slipstream if I can. What do I think? Did you nail that wee section? No, he's still out. Come on, missed that one. And again, forgot what that apex looked like. And it's only going to give everybody one lap then at it, isn't that right? It's a lap times. That's 2 laps. Over your second lap with 1 tires. Right, so there'll be no pitting in or anything. I don't think to go for another lap. And this, you can maybe do that straight after the line. No, you wouldn't. The time was 1:30, 1:40. The time you get in. It's 1 lap. You will get a second lap, but the tower, I'm not sure if anyone will be able to improve in the second lap. Let's get out of this here anyway, so our steering wheel stays nice and straight. There's no hurry, don't you worry, we can... Is JJ playing with you there? Tell him I can feel him getting fucking slower at Gran Turismo already. He's spending too much time on horsey games. He's going to end up joining me and he just won't have the pace. Jerry's laughing.
He says he's joining now.
Tell him we're just about to start a race anyway, so he'll be spectating at the moment. So
He's starting the race.
if it's anything like all the other races, what? But
He already started it?
yeah,
He's already started.
qualifying's just finished, about to start the race. So about 20 minutes. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Jerry said he might swap in a minute. Jerry's feeling awfully fast on the horses, so he is as well. We'll have to get a horse racing game, so we'll.
We're having a bar fight.
A drunken slap fight. Right, we'll see the fuel now for the first time. Convinced everybody's gonna have to get fuel in this race. I don't think we'll see any OP cars that are that OP where they don't need any fuel or tyres and will not rev it. And I have a rolling start. I'm not too sure if it is a rolling start, but it usually is every manufacturer race. A rolling start. There's Bobby, the photographer. Hello mate, nice to see you. We'll see you after the race at the burger van. Right, I'm gonna go 3. Look after them tyres as best I can. We'll leave the fuel on. See what it's coming up to. It's up over 15 at the minute. Dropping now back down again, but now. Right, and since we know it's a fuel race, we're in no rush to rev the car out. We'll short shift it as and when we can. Nice big lifts, the way we like to drive. The easiest way to drive. And I've got Robbie to help us out. We've got a straight line speed. I'll leave it in 4th around here now as well instead of dropping it forward. Are we in that slip? We are. Right into a wee short shifting. We're just about in it. Well, not even dropped a second there unless we're trying to help get stopped. Oh, easy. Hello Joshua, nice to see you mate. Excuse me. People will be able to no stop this, you know. rip the arse out of the fuel saving, or else if you're in a car that's really good on the fuel and the tyres. And still we're getting a bit more tire wear as well. We should be all to the rear. It was shorter than you expected. Column's back in the house. Hello, Column. I've lost a slip now. I'll continue, but driving sensibly. Maybe jump back up to him in the pit stops. Mr. Cactus coming back at us. I wonder if he's in a car with very good tires. At 0.8 left. Oh. Just out of it. Oh, Colin McRae, Colin McRae. Like a granny, like a granny. And hopefully be patient until we get round to the straight. This is Interlagos, Brazil. Quite a nice wee track. I think most people on the game do enjoy this one. It can be a wee bit hard to pass on if you're lacking straight line speed. Hopefully we're not. I'm not sure what this car. JJ said that these cars are quick at a straight line, so we're hopefully one of the good ones. Not sure what car he's in behind us, but let's take a short shift and we'll leave the inside wide open for him. So he's just sitting there fuel saving. I think he'd maybe sitting there fuel saving. You have a replay that's funny, says Joshua. Go on, show me your nose. Show me your nose and I'll have you have it, sir. He's been very nice with us, this guy behind. We could have had the pass on us moved out quite easily. Surely he'll want it off us this time, and yes he is, really in fuel saving mode. I don't think he wants to pass on us. I think he's happy to sit there in fuel saving mode. Although when he sees how many apexes you're missing, you may start thinking to yourself, you know, something, we're saving too much fuel sitting behind you. Either doesn't want it off us or else that's a very slow car. He's in a straight line. Right, let's try and help him out with that pass. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna try and come in now. Couple of wee splices, please. Getting a step out of that backhand, and if we're able to pit that early as well, how much does it really matter? If those tyres, let's bring it down to 3 and let those front tyres were a bit quicker, just see if we can get a bit more pace. No silly stoppers there from the back end. Felt a lot more stable that time. Hello, Dad. What about the new motocross game, Dad? I got it 2 nights ago. I just happened to be on the PlayStation store and I seen it. I was going to do a stream of it, but the game itself is having problems. Keeps on dropping. I assume the problem is it keeps on dropping a frame rate, because half the time you're playing the game, it's in bloody slow motion. It's and I don't like how it handles. The scrubs and whips are terrible, and the movement that it gives you itself. Even the ground physics. I used to think the thing that the MXGP games were doing right was the ground physics in terms of the corner and all. There's some real weird stuff goes on in the corners now in this one. Hopefully, but that's because we don't know how to play it. That could end up making it a game that we might enjoy and get into whenever we eventually learn how to drive it. But there's so many sections of the tracks and all. I am on a standard 250 as well, with no upgrades or anything, so it'll help a bit once we get up into that 450s and get the upgrades and all. But yeah, a lot of sections of track are awful. Even the noise of some of the sections that are just riding over, just casing every jump, like maybe a nice big long section of waves, and oh, it just feels so wrong when you're driving over it. Even the movement of the rider when you're trying to lean back and forward and all, I was saying earlier, I feel a bit sorry for anybody now growing up playing motocross games right now, because my goodness, if I think that the motocross games feel good now, I need to go back. Even Untamed and Unleashed were badass fun games, and they only had the one stick. They were, for me, a lot more fun than this here new one that I've got. But as I say, my most favourite one of all was Reflex, and I hated Reflex for 3 or 4 days. I was saying to myself, like, why make a motocross game that looks so good and then fucking ruin it by giving you an extra stick to lean the rider? It was just very hard. Yeah, the MXGP20. It's in the PlayStation Store now for £45. So if you're waiting on it, I was told, I knew it was out on the Xbox One and for PC guys, because I've been watching those guys playing it online over the last couple of days. But I've seen lots of people in the comments and all saying that it's not out until January for the PlayStation, and I just happened to be in the PlayStation Store there the other day, and I seen it advertised. I was like, oh, here. It came out on the 16th. It says it's been available from the 16th. Yeah, flat tracks, yeah, I know it's not good at all from what I've seen. We haven't played through all the tracks. We've played through about 5 or 6 of the tracks in the career. Just trying to get whatever you have to get in order to get all the Kawasaki's, and I never really care about any other bikes on the motocross games. We do a bit of grinding until we have all the Kawasaki's, and all the upgrades needed for them, and then we're happy because that's all we ever use. But yeah, it's, for me anyway, some motocross games you can just go into an open world and have a lot of fun, just because how it feels whenever you're doing the jumps and all. It feels really nice. You feel like you can learn how to scrub and learn how to whip. This game, you don't want to use their scrub and you don't want to use their whip, because it is awful looking. It is absolutely, if kids are trying to learn how to whip a motorbike now in real life and they're playing that game and thinking, right, so what's that game doing? My goodness, you wouldn't want to do a scrub or a whip. It looks absolutely awful. Isn't that worth getting? Well, I said earlier that if I was recommending it now, I would say no. I have actually asked for a refund. I'm not worried if I don't get a refund, because I'm sure a lot of my old friends will have it, and I'll still play it every now and again. But right now, especially if you're on PlayStation 4, it seems to be having problems running correctly on the PlayStation 4. Now, I played it for an hour the other day and it didn't have any problems, but the last, twice I've tried to play it, I've had to turn it off because of the slow motion problem. It was my son who told me that it was being caused by a drop in the frame rate or something. So he did, but yeah, like it just all of a sudden starts going at half the speed it's meant to go, and trying to judge the brakes and the jumps and all in slow motion is it's just, I don't like it at the minute. I kind of knew I wasn't going to like it. I thought I was going to like it more than this, because the last MXGP game that I played, I did play it a good wee bit, and I got pretty good at it. And even though they still didn't have any freedom in the air, I thought how the bike actually felt on the ground and around the corners. It was a beautiful game to play around the corners, and also it was. But this one here, I've played maybe 2 hours of it, and the bike still does things around certain tractions, or sections of the track. Like there's some wee small tight corners, and the things that the bike does, sometimes it just does not want to turn, even though you're leaning the 2 sticks as hard as you can. It's like it can't turn. I've tried leaning forward, bringing my weight forward to get the back end turned. Tried leaning back, and hopefully there is a way to do it, and I just haven't learned it yet. But at the moment would not recommend it at all. As I say, if they offer me a refund on it, I'll take that refund for sure, especially now the way it's running on the PlayStation 4. If the child says that they will have to do an update, and they'll have to fix it, because they'll not be allowed to leave it like that. But it doesn't feel like it should have been released. It really doesn't feel like a game that is ready at all. I believe whenever they first brought it out as well, there was no first person view, there was no track editor, there was a couple of real tracks that they hadn't added in date as well, and it just makes you think, why? You know, why are you releasing a game and at the same time as releasing the game, basically saying to everybody, we're going to release this game now, although it's not really a full game, we still have to give you this, and we still have to give you that, and this is going to be on the way, and this is going to be fixed. Just don't bring a goddamn game out. Like, Do you ever remember back in the day when you bought a computer game and the computer game done exactly what it said on the tin? I don't know how some of them are allowed to get away with, releasing. Some of these here games now. It's like they're almost allowed to sell you a blank game at the moment and then just start selling you stuff after. Here's a motocross game with a couple of bikes and 2 tracks, and then every month we'll keep on making another track and selling you another track or something. It's like, I like the days whenever you bought a game and there was a shitload of stuff already on that game for you to do, rather than having to wait on problems and bugs and all being fixed. Sounds like they've rushed it. Yeah, I was watching all videos as well, and apparently they have. Apparently, I can't remember exactly the companies involved, but YouTube videos I've watched, there was guys actually talking about why it had been released without this and without that, and apparently they had to release it in order to keep their end of a contract of releasing a certain amount of games every year. So it's like their daydream would run out of fuel as well. It's like they've deliberately had to release it early, even though it wasn't finished. To make sure that they have stuck to their end of whatever contract they've signed. AMAX versus ATV. Come on, AMAX versus ATV. We're fucking really hoping that they bring out a good game, or else hope that AMAX Bikes comes on to console. Have you watched any of AMAX Bikes? I've been watching some YouTube videos of it. Oh, it doesn't even look, the graphics on it doesn't even look that good. There's much more beautiful games, but the movement and the freedom that they give you in the air, the scrubs and the whips just look beautiful in it. If you haven't checked out AMAX Bikes, definitely go in and check it out. If it ever comes on to console, I'll be diving all over that stuff. Yeah, All Out was it's a bit too quick. The speed. Yeah, you talking to me?
Yeah, Jack says to do his finished.
Yes, tell him he can hop on now, but in the lobby just.
Yeah, he's in the lobby or something.
Yeah, I am. All Out is a wee bit too fast and a wee bit too arcadey. So it is. But All Out's whips aren't too bad. They're a wee bit awkward to get the hang of, but once you do get the hang of the whips, some of the whips are nice looking. They look nice. It's a wee bit confusion as to how exactly to get it right. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, I've got All Out up there as well, but I never really got into it. I'm hoping that they are meant to be bringing another motocross game out next year. I also heard that, was it not Milestone, like an American company, is it Rockstar or something? I can't remember. Just within the last couple of days there, AMAX vs ATV is meant to be bringing out a motocross game, which hopefully it'll be a good one, and then it'll do us for about 3 years before they bring out another one. But people are hoping as well that there's going to be another American series brought out with all the American riders and stuff on it. Yeah, I don't mind the Supercross games as well. It's like the Milestone are releasing they're bringing out 2 motocross games a year, a Supercross game, which is basically exactly the same as, not really any kind of difference much in the handling and the looks. They're almost like the same games, and they don't have time. That's what guys were saying. In order to stick to their contract and bring out the games when they have to be out, it gives them about maybe 2 months, 3 months at the most, to try to develop a new game. How are they meant to do that in 3 months? No wonder it kind of feels like hardly anything is changing in them. Jerry's getting his excuses and he picked the wrong car. I was all over the show there anyway. I think it'll be a fuel saver, and I'm going to reboot the room. Rebooting the room. See if we can get any more in the lobby. If not, I might even end this stream and I'll stick the motocross one on. You can see what you think of it, but I don't think you're going to think much of it at all. Create a room. Load. There we go. Create. I know I'm gutted myself, so I am that really looking forward to it. I think they went backwards in terms of the ground physics, in terms of the look, the movement of the rider. It's how he sticks his leg out and everything about it. I know a lot of my older friends will probably just say to me, "You're just stuck on reflex. That's all you want. You're stuck on reflex," which they are right in a way. I am stuck on reflex. I find it hard that for the last 8 years, everybody is asking every motocross game that comes out, can you give us proper track deformation, and can you give us full freedom of control of the bike in the air, in our physics, and no one listens. It's like that's the main thing that everybody wants in a motocross game, and they don't listen at all. They're just firing out games every 5 months, every 6 months, a new supercross game, a new outdoor game, and they're changing nothing on them. Yeah, MX Bikes is on. It's on Steam. I was so I take it you can only get Steam on PC. Whenever the new Xbox and the new PlayStation was coming out, I did hear rumours that they were going to be able to play Steam games. That got me a bit excited. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be able to play MX Bikes. That, if you haven't seen it, watch. Fucking thing. There's, proper wee competitions and all now that all the boys are running. There's a guy called McChicken. I've been watching him the last 2 or 3 days, some of his races, and as I say, the graphics don't look amazing, and the game speed even looks as if it's a wee bit slow, but when you see them over the jumps and over the bumps, and how the rider's moving and how the bike is moving, it's the best motocross game out there at the moment for scrubs and whips and all. Have a wee look at it. It looks really nice. If it ever comes onto the consoles, it'll be huge. Well, huge for the motocross community anyway. Jerry, so off to have a wee quad Red Dead for an hour, not a problem, Jerry, sir. Yeah, Callum, have you seen MX Bikes as well? I've been. Your man McChicken as well. He looks good. I'm not too sure if he is one of the real good guys in the world, but he looks good. Just his rider just looks amazing as he's scrubbing and all. Are you into the MX bikes, Callum, yourself? Have you played it? Yeah. You're saying he's so fast, that must be the McChicken guy as well. I'm assuming then you've maybe had a go, or you've at least been watching it. It definitely, for me, it's head and shoulders above any motocross game out there at the minute. No, unfortunately not. It's a shame they don't bring it out on the consoles. I heard rumours about it as well about 6 months ago when I first heard about the MX bikes, and I seen it. It's one of those ones as well, if you watch it and you don't watch someone who is good at it, you're not going to think that much of it. You're going to think, it's the graphics, that's not good graphics really, like compared to MXGP. But when you see someone who is good at playing it, and you see how technical it is, there must be a button to stand up, a button to sit down, and it looks a wee bit like MX Simulator, only not as hard. MX Simulator looks like it's a wee bit too punishing and maybe a bit too much to think about. This is just like an in-between. I think I'm going to stick the motocross game on. I'm not. We're not really going to get a practice here, really. I don't think we are. We'll chill out for another wee while and waffle and roll ourselves a wee fag, and then we'll make up our mind what we're going to do. We'll see what happens on Wednesday with this as well. I'm not feeling it at the moment. You've only been watching. You don't even have a phone, and definitely not a PC, Xbox, PS4, or any console. You've nothing. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, I will. I'll end this here. I'll roll myself a wee smoke here and waffle, and then I'll end this stream and start another one with the motocross game, and you can see what you think of it. As I say, I'm not in any way good at it at all at the moment. But even though I hated reflex for 3 days, I was crap at reflex for 3 weeks. No speed in me at all. But after 3 days of playing it, I started thinking. I went over a certain jump around a certain corner, and I just got it right once, and the feeling was just beautiful. The whip or the scrub or nailing a rut or a berm or something that just let the brain know, oh, here, if I end up getting good at this game feels really nice. Nothing about this here new game has done that to me. Everything that I've done on it has made me think, for fuck's sake, I was not enjoying it there last night. I was awfully frustrated with it when I was playing it. I was going round corners and I was like, I can't name a fuck. Like, when does a motorbike do that? That's not... Who the fuck has made this here shit? Or why have they thought that is the way to go? I'll get myself a wee smoke rolled and then we'll bounce out. We'll leave Bruno there just to... In fact, would maybe not be better. Yeah, apologies to Bruno. Attention please, attention please. Hopefully Bruno doesn't hit my guts. We're going to go Bruno, because then if I get another 3 or 4 guys, then I'm going to feel awfully guilty ending the stream. I'll watch one of my more replays I've done. I'll watch the last one while I'm rolling this. 20 million car would be nice, but Mr. Turismo didn't even offer us one that day. Didn't even tease us with us. I think the American friends have it already as well, because I seen them online the other night. Only I was playing it with my son. So yeah, they're on it already. And you will get used to it if you play it and you have friends and all, or like to have a bit of a laugh on. There's been other crap motocross games that I've played, and uh, I've still had fun on them, even when they don't feel like. I had a lot of fun on mud. You remember how ridiculous mud was? Anyone who likes any motocross games, whenever mud came out, like the amount of abuse, I mean, that people got, I mean, the makers got for mud. You press the X button in order to do a scrub in it. There was a boost. Whenever you scrubbed perfect and you landed, it gave you a boost and all. Absolutely terrible, I mean, to look at. But I had a lot of fun in terms of the racing on it. It was very enjoyable, and it actually had a lot of things that I wish other games had have had. Like it had I think it was Mud that had an option for you. Instead of just making an online lobby to play with your friends, you could make your online lobby a championship, like a 10 race championship, and then everyone who stayed in that lobby, I mean, continued to make points, and in the lobby you were sitting in your championship positions and all told you, I mean, the points that you had. I thought it was a brilliant idea. It would be a brilliant idea even for any kind of racing game like Gran Turismo. That would be great as well, if instead of just, I mean, being able to have an ordinary lobby, if you could actually start your own wee championship in that lobby. You only have, seriously, Dad? So you, even away back in the day, you never played any of the older ones like the MX versus ATV, Untamed, or any of those ones? Or the old Ricky Carmichael one away back in the day as well? There was a Ricky Carmichael one I used to love whenever the wee lad was about 5 or 6. There was a Ricky Carmichael one out, and he came home one day and said, here, there's a new one out, and it was the MX versus ATV one. And I said, it can't be any better than the Ricky Carmichael one. I like the Ricky Carmichael one that much, and it ended up really the Ricky Carmichael one was shit compared to the other ones. But yeah, if the MXGP series is all that you've tried, I don't know, then maybe you might appreciate what they've done in this one. I think they went backwards for me. I haven't played their last 2 or 3 games in terms of MXGP3, or did I have Pro? I think whatever came after. I can't remember if Pro came out after MXGP3 or not, but I didn't play the last 2 or 3 Monster Energy Supercross ones, and I didn't play MXGP 2019, so I didn't. And for me, how the bike feels around the corners and stuff, how the berms don't hold you, the computers don't use the berms. The computers look like they're trying to go for the inside berms, but they look like they don't even know that there's a berm there. They just like drive through the berm or over the berm and stuff. You'll see it whenever I put it on here. I'll do a wee stream for an hour or so on it, just in case they offer me a refund on it, because as I say, at the moment, if they were to offer me a refund on it, I would definitely take that refund and then keep an eye on if it ever gets sorted out. Right, smoke rolled, job's a good one. I'll end this stream here, and I'll get the motocross game on. We'll get another stream going within 2 or 3 minutes, gentlemen. We'll see you very shortly. The first MXGP was the first you ever saw, so you stuck with him. The third one was the best one for you. Yeah, I think that's pretty similar to me, mate. I enjoyed the first one and the second one as well, but the third one I think was the one that I got into the most. I loved how it felt. I still think there was no major huge big jumps or anything in it. The jumps still looked a wee bit small, but how the bike handled around the corners felt beautiful. So it did. Right, we'll end this one here, and if any of you have any interest in seeing what the new motocross game is like, we'll see you back in a couple of moments.